So I think Hasbro Marvel Legends has been doing a pretty good job of putting together teams and, you know, things that look very good aesthetically, but we still definitely missing some core characters, figures of some core characters to complete some teams. So what are those top 10 characters missing in figure form? Let's talk about it. A.C.B.A. You know what? Let's actually modify that a little bit because it's not going to just be single characters. Let's actually just focus on the top 10 teams that we need fully complete, because a lot of these teams are going to need more than one character in figure form. So the top 10 teams that need to be completed from Hasbro Marvel Legends, going 10 to 1 in terms of popularity, playability, timing, all of those things. And go. So coming in at number 10, this is kind of two-tiered, something that I've been asking about for a very long time, for Hasbro to complete the superior foes of Spider-Man. Technically, we would only need one more character, and that is Overdrive. However, it's been so long that all of the other characters are on outdated bucks, and we would really need an overhaul of the entire team. So really kind of nudging that team out. I think that they could start fresh with some of these characters and give us the Future Foundation in the white costumes. And it seems like they've strayed away from that to give us the black and blue costumes. You know, I talked about that in an update a week or so ago as Dan hinted at these costumes, but I'd like to see them do kid bucks for some of the members of the Future Foundation. And I'll come back to that with another pick on this list. Fact is, it could be quite a few repaints of already established bucks for some of these characters. And in figure form, I think a good solid core offering of the Future Foundation in the white costumes would be fire. Number 9, I'm going to go with, I don't even know what the name of this team would be, but the Spider Family. Being that we already got Spider-Man and Spinneret in a 2-pack, they might as well just go ahead and continue on and give us Spider-Ling. And again, that could be something that could have dual usage, you know, one of the characters from Future Foundation or a kid classic version of Valeria for a classic Fantastic Four. That buck, that body could double as something for Spiderling, maybe. So having that Spider Family together, the three of those, I think would be really cool. Maybe they could do a Spiderling and Regent 2-pack, kind of round out that story that Spider-Man and Spinneret were featured in, with Regent as the overarching main antagonist. We've never had a Regent figure from Marvel Legends. That'd be a good way to knock out those two. Number 8, I'm gonna go with the Reavers. We know this is near and dear to Dwight's heart. We're gonna need Cole, Macon, and Donald Pierce in his sort of like Reavers get up, but coupling those with Lady Deathstrike, the Bonebreaker Builder figure, which we already have, Skullbuster, Pretty Boy. Go ahead, finish this team out, and they will look so good on a shelf together and in figure form, and something to pit against your Outback X-Men, which I think are coming at some point. So let's kind of tie the Outback X-Men team into the Reavers and put it on pretty much the same tier. We need an updated Colossus, Psylocke, a few others to round out that team, and I think that would look very good too. At number 7, I'm going to go with the Ultimates, both versions of the Ultimates. You know, we recently got Captain America, Ultimate Captain America, and the Puff Adder Build-A-Figure wave. A lot of people saying this is the best Captain America from Marvel Legends, even over the comic-based 20th anniversary Captain America, which was in my top 10 for 2022. Check out that video. Go ahead, round out this team. If you never read the first Ultimates book, which is the Ultimate Universe's version of the Avengers, it would be awesome to get that core team, and then also give us the 616 version of the Ultimates, which featured Black Panther, Blue Marvel, Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers. We did get an America Chavez MCU version of America Chavez. Give us the 616 version. We already have Monica Rambeau. Round out that team. That was also a very good book. 2 very popular books with very popular teams. Let's knock those out. Number 6, I'm gonna go with Midnight Suns, a more current modern version of the Midnight Suns Sons, I think we could round this out very easily. You know, they've been dabbling. We definitely need a 616 Wong. We about to get an updated Blade. We about to get a Clea figure, which is adjacent. But again, a modern version of the Midnight Suns I think is doable. And I think that too was a great book, great run, and will look great on your shelf or in displays. Number 5, I'm going to go with the Inhumans, which I think we already on track to kind of round out this team at some point. I can see some box set or something coming at some point. We did get Karnak, or he's coming out now in the totally awesome Hulk Build-A-Figure wave. I talked to Dan and Dwight about updating Medusa and Black Bolt. You know, at some point we're going to have to get a Marvel Legends Lockjaw. Let's go ahead and round out a classic core team of the Inhumans. That'll tie up a lot of things in the comic books, and they relate to quite a bit of different storytelling that has happened over the past 10 years or so. So let's see an Inhumans team get complete. Number 4, this is an easy one. Let's go with the classic Heroes for Hire. We know that a classic Luke Cage is on the way. Let's go ahead and get Danny Rand Iron Fist on the Amazing Fantasy 15 Spider-Man Buck. Again, I talked to Dan and Dwight about this in my most recent interview with the Hasbro brand team. It's a 2-man crew, very easy. Let's knock that out. Number 3, Dark Avengers. Let's go. Let's knock this out. Let's finally wrap this up. One of the greatest eras in Marvel comic book history, the Dark Reign saga. We recently got an updated Sentry. We recently got Noir, aka Marvel Boy. You know, the inevitable re-release, repaint of the Extremis Iron Man armor is coming, painted as Iron Patriot. I would love to get an updated Ares. We need a brand new Daken. Let's go ahead, since they updated Hawkeye and the box set with the Sky Cycle, put some sleeves on him, turn him into Dark Hawkeye. We already have a pretty sufficient black suit Spider-Man. Maybe they could re-release him completely pinless with an updated head sculpt to really represent that Matt Gargan Spider-Man. And we are long overdue for a classic Miss Marvel that can double as Moonstone. Not to mention that we need a Warbird Miss Marvel in her kind of more modern costume. Long overdue for that. That'll wrap up things nicely in terms of what they've been doing with the 60th anniversary Avengers program. But again, one of the most popular Avengers teams of all time. It's about time we get a complete team of Dark Avengers. Number 2, Astonishing X-Men. Joss Whedon's run. Been asking for this for a very long time. We recently got Emma and Cyclops from that team. We're going to have to round out the team with Beast in one of his most ridiculous costumes ever. But I think Hasbro in its current state can do that figure justice. An updated, properly sized Kitty Pryde, an updated Colossus, maybe just a new head sculpt. They could probably utilize the same buck that we already have for a more modern take on Colossus directly from the pages of that book. And then as a bonus, something that Ryan and I talked about in one of the Hasbro brand team interviews when I asked him specifically something that he'd like to personally see done is armor. They could kill this figure. It could be her powered down sort of look that could possibly fit into a bigger figure that snaps together to represent her utilizing her power set when she is quote unquote armored up. That figure in itself could just be a deluxe box set figure that could release alongside of some of the other individual characters in a Build-A-Figure wave or what have you. But again, another great comic book run, one of the best X-Men teams of all time. This has to happen. And the number 1 team that I think Hasbro needs to complete right now as soon as possible with the popularity and the success of the 60th anniversary Avengers line, I think rounding out a classic first appearance of the Avengers team would be great. You know, we recently got the first appearance, silver armored Iron Man figure. You know, the inevitable re-release of that figure in gold is coming. So let's get a classic Hulk, Thor, Ant-Man, and Wasp for a classic comic accurate first Avengers team. All the first appearance looks. You know, back in the day, we did get a Marvel Universe box set with these characters. It's time we get the Marvel Legends version. And again, because Avengers are hot right now, X-Men had their year. This is the perfect time to do that. And yeah, those are the top 10 teams that we need right now from Marvel Legends. What do you guys think? Let's talk about it in the comments below. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell down there. And until next time, peace. I'm in the game, I'm grinding. I got to play 24 hours in a day, 7 days out the week. I never sleep.
I'm on my grizzly bear, 52 weeks out the year. Yeah.